I am a huge fan of horror films. I love horror, the genre, just everything, all the subgenres included under the horror umbrella as well, like slasher horror, psychological horror, folk horror, anything horror I love. There are a lot of horror movies out there, and sometimes we have to get through a lot of trashy horror and find the hidden gem. Well, this is not hidden, this just came out, but The First Omen is one of those movies where it is a good surprise, at least to me. When I first saw the trailer for it, I thought it was going to be another nun horror movie, which I'm a fan of. I love religious nun horror stories, but this one is refreshing, and it's one of those movies where it's all about good storytelling. There's no jump scares, and nothing against jump scares, because I believe that jump scares are effective when it's done well and when it's done at the right time. You know, it's not just a random jump scare when a friend touches someone's shoulder, something like that. There's no jump scares here. It's all intense building and good storytelling. That's one thing I really love about The First Omen. I just came out of it after watching Monkey Man, so I had like a double Dolby feature movie session, and it's a good movie. I was already high off adrenaline after watching Monkey Man, and now The First Omen, I won't be able to go to sleep. The acting is great, especially from the lead actor who plays Margaret. I will say this movie is graphic. It is, to those, I guess, who are not fan of horror, who are not a fan of like blood and really graphic scenes and graphic visuals, I will just say this as a warning: it will have a lot of, well, not a lot, but there are graphic moments in this movie. To me personally, if you're not a fan of horror as well, I will say to still watch this movie. You know, it's go for the story, good acting, good music, just good atmosphere altogether. Go for that. Even if you're not a fan of horror, I would still say watch it, give it a shot. If you don't like it, if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your fault. I would say this movie is a good favorite movie of this year. There's a lot of good movies coming out this year too, but I will say that this is on my list up there. It's just my quick thoughts after watching it, coming out of the theater, fresh off my mind. If you haven't seen The First Omen yet, please watch it. It's good. I wish it came out in October, so then, you know, it's good for the Halloween season, but, you know, right now is good too, I guess. I have to add something really quick that I didn't add before, but I really appreciate that this movie also gave me really kind of that sort of old school horror feeling atmosphere to it, kind of like Exorcist, Poltergeist, very 70s, 80s kind of horror atmosphere to it, if that makes sense. That's the kind of vibe that I got throughout, and it felt nice. It's 2 thumbs up for me. The same with the Monkey Man.